Isabella asks, do I find it easy to remember my lines? Being here, memory is like a muscle, I think, so the longer you hear, the easier it is. Now I can probably read a scene once or twice and know what I'm doing. Ewan asks, how do I feel when I finally chopped off my hair? It was a big day. I was very sad about the whole thing, and then I looked at photos about 3 months later of me with long hair and went, thank God I did that. Luke asks, what's ahead for Lucas's cancer plot? Well, Lucas had his testicular cancer. He had an operation to remove that. He's had his radiotherapy treatment. At the moment, he's in remission. Nicola asks, am I sad that Casey Stoner has left MotoGP, and why doesn't Lucas watch MotoGP on TV anymore? Well, firstly, I don't have control over what Lucas does, even though I do a little bit on set. The scriptwriters write on what I can do. Obviously, he's got different distractions now with a kid and a fiancée. And very sad that Casey Stoner's left, but I think everyone has to have their time in the sun and then move on to let someone else go. Angela asks, what's the craziest thing a fan has done? There's been a few interesting fan letters I've received telling about how people really feel about me. But I think when I was doing Heartbreak High many moons ago, there were some flowers delivered to the rehearsal room, and I got them and oh, that's lovely, thank you. And this person had delivered them. And then I got a message later on. I can't remember how I got the message because the internet wasn't around then. Anyway, asking me, saying how lovely it was to meet me when they handed over the flowers, so they'd actually been in the room. Oh, there is another one where a girl showed me a photo of her bedroom and every single wall of her bedroom was covered with photos of me. That was a bit creepy. Hi, Cynthia, if you're watching. Michelle asks, how do I get confidence to do what I do? I suppose if the more prepared you are before you go on set, the less nervous you are. And I've also been doing it for around about 24 years now, so it's just something that I do. And who says I'm confident? I'm really nervous all the time. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't like answering questions or looking at cameras or why is everyone looking at me? I'm not paranoid. Shut up. Emily asks, what other things I do when I'm not on Neighbours? Well, where do I start? Well, look, I do a lot of different things, actually. I put on plays, I direct plays, I write plays. Also directed a few episodes here at Neighbours. I'm renovating a house at the moment, which is taking a long time. I take photos of my shoes. If you've been on Twitter or Instagram, you would have seen those. Sorry to bore you. And I eat. I sometimes breathe. Yeah, that's about all. Lily asks, what do I do in between scenes? Well, obviously, I'm very studious and learn my lines. Other than that, I walk around and hassle everyone else in the building and try and distract them from their work. Maureen says, I believe you're a Western Bulldogs supporter. If that's the case, why is Lucas a St Kilda supporter? I don't have any power over who my character barracks for, but the crew take great pleasure in making sure they start on the St Kilda sign and then pan to me, because I am a very passionate Western Bulldogs supporter, as you can see here, but unfortunately they rub it in every time St Kilda's mentioned. There was a storyline where I had to scatter my dad's ashes and they made me put on a St Kilda jersey to do that. That hurt more than anything. It was really easy to be upset in that scene. Kerry Marie asks, do I have similar hobbies to Lucas? Well, yes, I ride motorbikes. Not as well as Lucas, he was a champion rider. Ride motorbikes, that's about the similarities for the same hobbies as Lucas. I like tinkering in an engine, I just don't know what I'm doing. Alex asks, what's coming up next for Scott Major? Is Hollywood calling? Look, I've seen a few of these question and answer sessions, and I'm probably going to give the same answer as everyone else. You can't say no to Hollywood. If they knocked on the door and offered you a couple $1 million to do a TV series, would you say no? I know I wouldn't. I have a lot of different aspirations. One of them is Hollywood, UK, more on Neighbours, more in Australia, doing an Australian feature film, writing, directing, performing and producing my own feature film. That's what's on the cards. Okay guys, thank you very much for sending in your questions. It's been awesome answering them. Hopefully they've been able to be understood, or that you've enjoyed them. And if you haven't, I deeply, deeply apologise. But thanks for watching.